I don't know why, but I'm always shaking my booty during that intro. I hope you're all enjoying us. Welcome to the Experience Ontario with Lisa Muldoon. It is season 3, episode 12 of the A Travel Talk Show. We're back. We're better. We're feeling better. We're looking better. We're active. We're starting to get that mojo going. So I am your co-host, Greg Gerard of the A Canada Marketing Group. My co-host tonight is Ontario Canada Adventure Seeker, Lisa Muldoon. Lisa has published over 75 photo albums of adventures. She has put together 25 videos of adventures, exploring epic adventures throughout Ontario and Canada because she likes to cross border shop. And of course, we can also visit Lisa on her platform, on her profile, which will give you all of these photo albums, all of these videos, and you can see how Lisa has done her part in sharing her expertise and her knowledge with the travelers of Canada and our favorite and our friends internationally who visit us every year. You can meet Canada Adventure Seeker Lisa Muldoon on our chat as I post a link to her adventure profile. This broadcast is live if you haven't figured that out. Thanks to our duct tape Canadian made satellite and a flock of Canada geese, which we just launched that satellite into the air on top of this flock of Canada geese. And we're now hovering in the stars somewhere over Goderich, Ontario, Canada. Hello,
You're
Goderich.
frozen
Nice
on
to
my
see
end
you.
here. Oh.
We are beaming down to you this quality production. Boo ha! We're back. So you can watch our live show this Wednesday, every Wednesday on Facebook, YouTube, and X, formerly Twitter. Tonight, we talk with Ontario Adventures. We're getting down and dirty in Ontario, Canada, with Canada Adventure Seeker Lisa Muldoon. Lisa, what Ontario Adventures are you going to be sharing with us tonight?
Well, first of all, thanks, Greg. That was a great intro. It's so great to be back and to be here sharing some Ontario adventures. Today, I am excited to share about a fantastic hike that I took in Niagara Falls on the Niagara Glen Trail.
Mm-hmm.
And I will also be featuring one of our local Ontario ski and snowboard hills, Mount St. Louis Moonstone, which is located in Coldwater, Ontario. I also want to take a moment to remind our live viewers that this is a live show. So feel free to pop any questions or comments in the chat because we love to have you as part of the show.
Excellent, excellent. Lisa is so wise. She is so wise in that Ontario adventure. Great advice. Yes, this is not a show for shy people. You can comment, you can interact, you can chat, you can ask Lisa any question you want during the show, as long as it's family friendly. And you can also put anything up there if you do wish to ask me. But I am just a co host, I am just a puppy dog following Lisa's great experience along this show. So Lisa will be leading us along the way. So, Lisa, let's start off maybe talking a little bit about that Niagara Glen Trail you previously mentioned. And from your video, it looks like a sightseeing feast and a treat for all eyes to see, with some interesting stairs, which really brought me back to an adventure we once had in Northwest Territories called the Waterfall Highway. So why don't you give us a little breakdown on what's coming up in this great video you put together for us?
Sure. I had the opportunity to take a winter hike in Niagara Glen in Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada. Now, most of the pictures that you'll see in the video are taken from the main trail loop and some of the Whirlpool Trail. But there's also a number of other trails in there that uh, are listed on the map that which just means I'll have to go back and do some more
Yeah.
exploring. And it was my first time visiting Niagara Glen, but I really enjoyed the hike for a few reasons. The first one is that it's easy to find and locate. The trails are open all year round, so open from sunrise to sunset. And other than a charge for parking, the entrance to the park is free, even if you're unable to hike sort of the rugged terrain, there's still some really great views along the top that you can enjoy if you just pop in there. Part of the hike was through some Carolinian forest, which is sort of this unique forest characterized by broad-leafed trees and plants typically found in warmer, more southern environments.
Mm-hmm.
But because the Great Lakes are there, they create sort of a warm and humid climate unlike most of Canada. And so Niagara Parks actually indicate that the Niagara Glen features some of the largest trees of their kind, and there are about 490 species of vulnerable plants and animals, including some of the mosses and ferns that you'll see in my slideshow or my video. One of the things that I found the most interesting, though, about this video is the large rock formations.
Mm.
There's massive boulders and limestone rocks along the path, showcasing sort of the geological history of the area. And it's a popular area for bouldering, and for this, activity permits can be purchased. As I said before, the Niagara Glen Trail provides overlooking views of the rapids in the water in the whirlpool, or the Niagara River whirlpool. That's a hard word to say.
That's a good one, yeah.
Even if you're unable to hike down in the gorge, again, you can see those views from along the top. I would absolutely recommend a trip to the Niagara Glen. Let's take a look at the video.
Perfect. First of all, I'm going to give a shout out to, I don't know if this is a coincidence, but there's a Barb Muldoon who's tuning in tonight. Hello, Barb.
I think that's probably my mom. So hello to my mom.
Your biggest
probably
fan.
My sister.
Your
probably
biggest
my sister
fan.
As well.
And then I've got my biggest fans also tuning in, my brother Colin Gerard. Shout out, and a shout out to fellow Canada Adventure Seeker, Carrie Horning. Welcome to the show. That's just a few. Keep on coming in there. Everyone's starting to come on. And if you have any comments, by all means, go crazy with it. But let's now go take a look. And Lisa's going to help us point out some of these great features that are in her video. So here is Lisa Muldoon.
All right, so you see our overviews. And we see our map. Here's the metal sphere chain. You can see it reaching down to the floor.
There we go. My bad.
And we see some signage there. Here's a picture of some of the boulders as we go.
I love this picture. That's a beauty.
It's so neat with the rock formations and just walking through. It's kind of like a big cave almost.
Mm-hmm.
Again, just along the path. Again, a part of the trail goes along the water, so you can see the fast moving water. There's some of our ferns growing out of the rocks. Now, this is winter, so they're thriving in these circumstances.
Okay.
We see some signage along the trail for different marking points. Evidence of wildlife. There's a dog and a beaver as well. Again, views of the water. It was interesting to see the number of people fishing along the banks as well. So it wasn't too cold of a day, and they were able to fish. And here's the stairs that go down to the Whirlpool Trail. And then here's part of the trail along the top as well. So lots of great views. I also think this was winter, so we don't have sort of our leaves and some of the things. I would love to see it in the other seasons as well. I've seen some great fall pictures, but even the spring, I think anytime would be great. It was nice this time because it was a little less busy.
Yeah.
Where you sometimes get your birders and hikers and things, but there were still lots of people out, but not kind of the crowds and tourists that sometimes come in the warmer months, of course.
Okay, and we have a question here from a gentleman by the name of Colin Girard, and he's asking, what is bouldering?
Ooh, great question. It's sort of I hope I do it justice explaining it. It's kind of a rock climbing, but they're not tied to ropes, and they're not lead climbing, but just sort of climbing, strengthening some of the training that they do. And I looked at a couple of websites where it's kind of a world-class place, and each of those boulders that we saw have certain climbing spots along the trail, and they're rated for difficulty, and they're all named, and they bring kind of a mat that they put underneath, so if they drop or they fall, they go down onto the mat. But it's a great sort of strength training for sort of that rock climbing piece as well.
And we have a gentleman, Tim Ryder, who says, great hot hiking spot, Lisa. So he's giving you a thumbs up.
Well, it's true. He was actually on that hike. So
a little insider information.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's in a few of those pictures. So
I gotcha. So you just came to check out how you look on camera, Tim. We got you figured out now. Thank you for joining us, Tim. Thank you for joining us. We also have Melvina White, who's the president of Tourism Nickel Valley, who has joined us online. And of course, keep those comments coming. We always like them coming. So now that Lisa has showed off her prowess on hiking, we're going to take her to another part of the season with different elements. So you and I, Lisa, it's very, very common knowledge within the Seeker Club that we both like winter activities. The
Mhm.
difference is you get to enjoy them and I get to watch you enjoy them. That's
Oh,
the difference. So I get to live my passion for snowboarding, for example, through you, because to be honest, I've let myself down this year. I haven't gone snowboarding yet, but it's definitely planned if the snow will cooperate. But could you maybe share with us one of your Ontario snowboarding adventures? And we have a
oh,
video
you're
here, but
frozen on my end.
I'll let you show it up. So, am I frozen to the viewers in chat? Let me know, and
Oh,
we'll see how
I
we can
think you're
go here.
back.
Am I back? Okay.
I think so, or might be just frozen to me.
Yeah, they'll tell us. The chat room will tell us.
Yeah.
So, let us know about your snowboarding adventures, Lisa.
Sure. And first of all, I was going to say, Greg, your winter is not over yet. So don't give up hope on snowboarding. So
I feel alive now.
and
I got
you live in a place with some pretty good mountains. So
yes, we do.
so anyway, okay, but let's go back to Ontario, and we're talking about a ski and snowboard resort called Mount St. Louis Moonstone. It's a southern Ontario ski resort located north of Barrie, and as I said before, in Coldwater, Ontario. They
Mm,
offer 35 slopes, 12 lifts, 44 features, and 3 terrain parks. Mount St. Louis Moonstone has something for everyone. An interesting piece of history. Before 1984, Mount St. Louis and Moonstone were neighboring resorts, and the
okay.
owners of Mount St. Louis purchased its competitor, Moonstone, and they built kind of an upper ridge and put the two resorts together,
Mm,
which is kind of neat
that
that
is
they kind of put them together to make them a little bit bigger. I had the opportunity to spend a day snowboarding at Mount St. Louis earlier in the season, so early season before even the whole place is open. And it's operated by a family of skiers who are committed to providing the best snowboarding for Ontarians. And I'm blown away again when I read the history on the website of the amount of money they have put into upgrades and
mm,
snowmaking, which is necessary in Ontario.
yep.
And the website provides a very detailed overview of the improvements they've made over the years. With their most recent one being, I have to read this. It's Canada's first Doppelmayr 8-seater chairlift with heated seats.
Wow.
As far
8.
as snowmaking goes, they've also got it covered. Their motto is "Go where the snow is." And for a good portion of this season so far, Mount St. Louis Moonstone has had the best conditions in the area. Their
Mm,
website uses the word fierce to describe Mount St. Louis Moonstone's snowmaking power. And to be honest, I have to agree.
yep.
Let's check out my video of my visit earlier this season.
You know, I'd love to, but I just love saying Mount St. Louis Moonstone. I don't know about everyone else, but that is such a St. Louis Moonstone. I love that.
It's
I
a
love
bit
how
of
that
a mouth.
rolls, right? Well, thank
Yeah.
you, Lisa. What we're gonna do is Lisa has kindly given us a snowboarding video, and this time I did my job. I got the audio figured out. So here we go. And Lisa will kindly walk us through, and I'll just hoot and holler in the background.
Sure. Well, you can see we don't have much snow yet. This is mid-December. We've got lots of changing areas and lockers and spots to change. A big cafeteria that gets busy at meal times. I
Mhm.
love the sort of Swiss Alp feeling or the European look of course, our rentals and our service centers. And if you can see closely, it's actually snowing this day that I went, which is kind of fun.
Very.
Here's one of our lifts. And here's one of the terrain parks they had started to build. They're known for their terrain parks. There's the top of a lift, and again, a view of just sort of our hill.
Mhm.
And then, of course, finishing up with the big arms outstretched for a
The
beautiful
closing shots.
day. No sunshine, but a great day of riding. So it was good.
That is good.
Yeah.
Hey, here's a question for you. I got a
Mm,
question for you.
Fair.
I know every year, me and my brother, when we go on our first chairlift, the big question is, are we going to exit that chair on our feet? Or are we going to fall on our butt? Because it's the first time on a snowboard, you have one boot in your socket,
Yeah,
one
yeah.
boot on the back. And that first one is pretty freaking out because you don't want to fall.
Oh
Everyone's
no.
going to see you. But did you fall?
No, 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 not the first time out. You know what?
No. Okay.
The nice thing though is Mount St. Louis has some pretty gentle spots, like different resorts. I've been to a lot of resorts, and so I
Mhm.
have some of my resorts are not my favorites when it's a big, huge, steep takeoff, which
Yeah.
I'm pretty good at handling myself on all of them, but I prefer the gentle slope, which I mean, like it's better for everyone really. Then there's less wipeouts and less
Yeah.
times the lift is stopping.
Yeah.
But I understand what you're saying
Yeah, oh,
for
that first
sure.
one, we're both saying, "Okay, are we gonna do this?" It's the first one we're trying to dismount and stay on
Yeah,
our feet. Once you've done a couple, it's like, why
of
were we
course.
even kidding? Because you get used to it, but it's that first one, right?
I
So,
like I like the idea of dismount. That's a good. It sounds like a gymnast move.
yeah. Uh-huh. Well, it is. So sometimes when we wipe out, it's pretty gymnast-like.
Well, I was gonna say sometimes when the chair in front of you wipes out, that's when it gets
That's
then gets a
yeah,
little
and
crazy.
you got one foot in your hopper there, and you gotta navigate around somebody.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's another one.
I know
Pile
that.
up, dog pile. Here we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so Lisa, before we close out this show, is there anything or anyone you'd like to acknowledge? Anything you would like to single out? How would you like to finish the Lisa experience tonight?
Well, I was gonna say, I think I gave a shout out to some of the folks that already that were on here, but hear me out. I have something I need to show you. I have to show you the socks that I'm wearing.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. And it's like a gymnast move to show you these. Okay. So
Oh, I love it.
they are perfect for today in that we've got
Uh-huh.
the Valentine's Day heart, but also our maple leaf in there. So I
Yeah.
thought they were just perfect for
Yeah,
today.
I love it. I love it. What do I got on for socks now that we're comparing? Nope, nope, can't show you mine.
Well, fair
That's
enough.
a great thing. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Special thank you to Tim Ryder, who is helping Lisa along with a couple of those videos. Nice to see that Tourism Nickel Valley has joined us, and Carrie Horning, and of course my bro Colin Gerard, my most loyal fan. Thank you for coming on board. It was awesome. Colin really likes your socks, by the way. I just like to let you know that.
Thanks.
If you would like to be part of our Adventure Seeker Club, we would sure like to welcome you. It's a crazy Canuck group. We love to talk adventures. We meet once a month online. We share adventures on the Travel Talk. It's a pretty cool group to be with. And if you are an adventurer, whether even if you're a road trip adventure or even a picnic adventure, it doesn't have to be extreme. It just has to be fun, and it has to get you off the couch. If it gets you off the couch, you're considered an adventurer in our book. So please, if you can, and you like to hang out and talk and meet interesting and wonderful and good, positive people, there's not an ounce of negativity in this group. And that's a big plus because we all know what it's like out there in the real world. And when we come together every month, we sure like seeing each other. I know I do. I'm pretty sure I can speak for Lisa that she does. A lot of us make a lot of effort to show up every month so we can hang out. So there is a sign up button on the ehCanadaTravel.com website. If you're interested, fill out the quick form and we'd love to have you on board. We pretty much have seekers almost every month joining, and we'd love to make this the best group in Canada, full of Canadians, full of energy, full of love, and full of caring for each other. And in the meantime, sharing our bumps and bruises and accolades with each other as we go along. So what I'm going to do for all of you is I'm just going to share with you a little link here for after the show. You'll be able to go in and check out our community, and you can see Lisa. She has a lot of information on there in that community, and that's just because Lisa is sharing a lot of photos and a lot of videos, so you can by all means check her out. So I'm just going to plunk that in there now. There you go, people. If you're looking to join, click that link, but do it after the show. You got to watch this closing first. That's part of the arrangement here. Remember, you are what you adventure, so plan smarter, book better, and stay longer with Canada's award-winning website, ehCanadaTravel.com. We have the best experienced influencers in town from Newfoundland all the way to British Columbia, and they're going to be able to help you see your way through things. And it's real time, real people, real adventures. This is not 5-year-old stuff we put up. It's all current. So you know exactly what you're getting into. And our Canada Adventure Seekers are proud to help you guide you on a safe and wonderful adventure of our Canada backcountry and our Canada communities, large and urban. We love them all. Join us next week, Wednesday, February 21st, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. And for our Newfoundland friends, I'm very sorry, but it's a 10:30 start for you guys out there. But again, I hear you're snowed in. So what better thing to do than to watch an episode of this show with our influencer? Andrea Horning will be with us. She was a top influencer for 2023. Andrea will come bearing facts, techniques, bucket list items, and hacks for the Alberta region. That's it for tonight's Adrenaline Rush, people. See you again next Wednesday, and may the Maple Leaf be with you. Got anything last to say there, Lisa?
Happy Valentine's Day. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming, everyone. Make sure you hug your loved ones. Tell everyone that's close to you that you love them. Be close, support them, stay positive. Peace out, Canada. We love you, and we'll see you in a week. Ciao for now.
See you later.